Hello everybody, welcome back to Viking MTG, and I got a box of Dominaria we're going to open today. Had some store credit and a coupon for loyalty coupon and all that good stuff, plus I got the Nexus of Fate, which automatically recoups $30, and then for whatever reason he threw in his Alpha and Void in there, which was always sweet. So that right there recoups. The Void's not worth much, but the Fate's worth $30. So, and I ended up paying, well, including credit, it was pretty cheap. So, pretty cheap. And when you're using trade credit, it doesn't hurt. All right, let's crack her. See what we got. So I was quite angry earlier about Rudy's video he posted on the LGS posting a LGS selling pre-release packs that were resealed. Oh, I hate that. But the only thing about that video, I believe that Rudy, these guys sent Rudy that, and Rudy, I believe that whole thing, but the guy who sent them, I can't totally believe that he wasn't the one who resealed them. It seems like something to get some attention on, but who knows? If it's real, and the LGS really did that, that is the scummiest crap I've ever heard. It's horrible. We have a Sarah Angel, which I hear is familiar. Sylvan Awakening. Terrible first rare, but we're gonna have some terrible rares. Night Token and a Swamp. I am looking for, of course, Planeswalkers. You know, anything good in this set. Most of the set. I would like a Jaya. I could just go buy it, but what fun is that? I'll get a box. Wouldn't mind another Karn. Sold my place at a Karn, so only have 2 of them, but I don't need a full play set, but I would like to have one more. There's separating the Llanowar Elves. Everybody likes a Llanowar Elf. We have a foil here. You have an In Bolus's Clutches, Elfheim Druid, Wild Onslaught, which means we have a legendary, but we have a foil first. We have a Nabon, actually, the foil will be next. We have a Nabon, Dean of Iteration. No foil. I must have miscounted. Alright, whatever. And Nabon. Like I don't have enough Nabons. Sapling Token and an Island. Alright. Blink of an Eye. That's a great card. One of the best cards from this set. Overall, just a great addition to the meta. We have a Dauntless Bodyguard, Sage of Latinam, and a Blackblade Reforged. Great card. Will go up in value. It's a great card. It's comparable to... there's a green card that gives... Oh yeah, Blanchwood Armor. It's comparable to that, but it can be played in any deck. Unlike Blanchwood Armor, you have to play green. This is like that, but it's a great card. It's an excellent card. Sure, you definitely want to have a legendary creature out to play it. But late game, you can definitely equip it to a regular creature. If that's a top deck you pull late game. We have a Chainer's Torment, Weight of Memory, and a Dread Shade. One thing people need to remember, with that situation, with the resealing, you have to quickly address that with the store, because it's not necessarily the ownership or even the management or the ownership that would do something like that. I trust Isle of Games, Showtime Comics and Games, Amazing Discoveries, I don't know. They're pretty big, so they probably have ways of making sure stuff like that doesn't happen. But it's not necessarily that the ownership or the people in charge are the ones doing that stuff. All it takes is a couple guys, a couple employees late night do something like that. We have a Nature Spiral, Board the Weatherlight, and a Lich's Mastery. Most of your theft does not come from upper management. It comes from middle-of-the-road guys who are given the leeway to do things like that. But the way that pre-release pack was resealed, the way they did it with the glue and everything, everybody in the shop knew about that. That's just so scummy. It's despicable. We have a Sentinel the Pearl Trident, Settle the Score, and a Steel Leaf Champion. Oh, he's a great card to pull. Steel Leafs will be a thing for a long, long time to go. The set won't cycle for a year, or more than a year, I believe. So another year of that card being dominant. And after the cycle, that's going to be one of the most dominant creatures in the meta, by far. It already is. A Memorial to Folly, a Goblin Barrage, and a Clifftop Retreat. So it makes me sick when I hear that kind of thing, because when I hear that going on, all I can think of is some kid saved up, bought one or two of those things, hoping to get a Planeswalker or something really cool. You know, and normally you would get something fairly cool. At least one or two cards that were decent. Instead, he's going to get absolutely nothing. No mythics, no decent rares, no Planeswalkers, and his promo card's going to be jank, and everyone he buys. And that's so scummy. It's terrible. It's not what LGSs are supposed to be about. Looks like we have a foil here, and we have a legendary of some kind. Goblin Warchief, Amaranthine Wall, Board the Weatherlight, and a Shivan Fire is our foil, and a Joda. Forest, and a Giant Emblem. Alright. We have a Wizard's Retort, a Fire Fist Adept, a Wild Onslaught, and we have a legendary Narumeha. It's our first mythic. Not the first mythic I'd like, but hey. She's okay, actually. She's not too bad. She'll definitely increase her playability after the cycle. The Wizards deck will be real. Just like the Goblins deck's going to be real after the cycle. The Wizards deck will definitely be a real thing. The entire meta is going to change. The snobby mono red and all that. I mean, I'm not saying that everybody that plays mono red's a snob, but the deck itself is snobby. It's just red is so overpowered right now. White blue too. We have a Champion of the Flame, Goblin Barrage, First Eruption, Giggity, and a Halar the Firefletcher in foil. And an Adeliz, the Cinderwind. Thank goodness that's an uncommon and that's not my foil rare. Night in a Mountain. Yeah, I don't mind playing red, that's for sure, and I'll play my Rakdos deck every so often. It is definitely overpowered, and so is White Blue. White Blue is out of this world overpowered. And that's also horribly frustrating to play against. And that's just no fun. We have an Embolus's Clutches, On Sarah's Wings, and a Benelish Marshall. Still a good card. Doesn't have a ton of value left, but it's still a great card. If you can keep it alive. It's easily removed, sadly. And a Night Token. I have a dub. Can I get a dub, bro? Alright, we have an Untamed Kabu, and a Diligent Excavator, and a Weatherlight as our second mythic. Oh, yucky. Great and limited. Not what you're looking for when you're cracking a box. We've done alright on our rares so far, just not so good on our mythics. Fortunately, there is some value in the rares in this set. So we have a foil, I can see the edge of it. We have a Champion of the Flame, the Flame of Keld, a Daring Archaeologist is our rare, and the foil is a foil Llanowar Elves. Spicy. That's nice. Finally hit a foil Llanowar Elves. I haven't hit one of those. All I bought of this product, I've never hit a foil Llanowar Elves. So there we go. I've had really good luck with this product overall. And my first box I got had a foil Karn and a regular Karn and a Teferi. It was a $220 box. And that was at actual release. We have a Knight of Grace, Sanctum Spirit, and a Thran Temporal Gateway. The way I look at it, anytime you can have a box that's worth more than you paid for it, you win. And the only time that's generally going to happen is at release, when card prices are highly inflated. Especially foils. People go out of their mind for foils at release. Pay just ridiculous amounts for them. It's really crazy. Especially if they're played in Modern. We have a Cast Down, a Sorcerer's Wand, Settle the Score, and an Evra. Halcyon Witness. Knight in a Forest. Alright, so we have an Amaranthine Wall, a Gaia's Blessing, and a Jaya's Emulating Inferno, and a Shauna Sisse's Legacy. I'm really glad they didn't continue with the card order in the packs. It was really a weird thing to switch up. An Elfheim Druid, Sanctum Spirit, and a Forebear's Blade. Another card that I see going up in value. And a Construct Token. I haven't seen a lot of those opening this product. Not a lot of them. There's other Construct tokens, without a doubt. But I don't believe any that have that text on them. There's a card my daughter would like. Unicorn. I'll set that aside. Alright, we have a Fungal Plots, Weight of Memory, and a Goblin Chain Whirler. I always like some Chain Whirler action. That card will be significant in the meta for a long while. There'll always be 1/1s to kill. I love using it in the current meta as Soulscar Mage. We have a Triumph of Gerard, a Juggernaut, and a Sulphur Falls, and a Foil Forest. Pilar, Swamp, and a Knight. Alright, we have a Spore Swarm, Memorial to Unity, a Knight of Malice, that means we have a legendary rare, Grand Warlord Rada. I have not opened a box of this product and failed to get Grand Warlord Rada. I get that card in every single box, and I believe Joda as well. Netbon as well, Sylvan Awakening. It's just certain cards you will always get. The First Eruption, Giggity. You will always get certain rares every box in these products. We have a Song of Freelys, Sorcerer's Wand, and a Hinterland Harbor. Atlas the Cinderwind. See how we're doing. We got 1, 2. We got 3 of the land cycle. These cards from this land cycle aren't going to go anywhere. They will stay the same price. They might go up a little bit when fast land cycle, but they won't go up much. It's good to have a play set of each of them when you're brewing. But we have a Fight with Fire, a Juggernaut, Karn's Temporal Sundering, and a Whisper Blood Liturgist. Some Sapling Token and a Forest. 4 foils so far. No foil rare. 2 mythics, a Narameha and a Weatherlight. So we're doing meh so far. We're doing alright on our rares. We have 3 land cycle. We have Goblin Chain Whirler. Not too bad. Benelish Marshal, which used to be a couple dollars. Now it's relatively nothing. I think it's 50 cents. We have a Time of Ice, Knight of Malice, and the Majari Conjecture. And a Groon the Lonely King. He's so lonely. Sapperling and a Mountain. Alright. No foil. Umtane Kavu on Sarah's Wings, and a Mox Amber for our 3rd mythic. Not a bad mythic. It's $10. Really hoping for my Planeswalker. I don't think I've ever opened a box of this and not gotten a Planeswalker. I usually get at least 1 Planeswalker. I'll admit I get more. I got more Karns out of this product than any other Planeswalker. But I got plenty of Jais too, and plenty of Teferis. The Eldest Reborn, Sage of Latnam, and a Woodland Cemetery, and we do have a foil here. Foil Oath of Teferi is our foil rare. It's alright, I guess. And 4th of the land cycle. It's being played in the Oath of Teferi deck, which is an okay deck. It works. Being able to trigger anything twice is useful. I think we have a foil here as well. That card's about to be relevant. We have a Goblin Warchief, Merfolk Trickster, and a Seal Away, and a Champion of the Flame foil. I already have this in foil, not a couple of them, and a Johira is our 4th mythic. Still no Planeswalker, sadly. We got 9 packs to go. Oh, sorry, 10 packs to go. So plenty of time to get that Planeswalker. We have a Chainer's Torment, a Wizard's Lightning, a Zalfrin Void, and an Ariel, Knight of Ingrace. She's alright. She's doable as far as she's playable enough with the Knight deck, I suppose, but I don't see her played in the Knight deck. And most of the white Knight decks that I've seen have stuck to white, but there are Knight decks that play both. I just don't see people playing it, I guess. We have a Memorial to Genius, Flame of Keld, and a Fall of the Thran. That one always teases me. It looks a little bit like the, oh, we got a Teferi emblem. Could there be a Teferi coming next? It looks a little bit like History of Benalia. When you see it, kind of tricks you. I think we definitely have a foil here. Skizzik, Merfolk Trickster, Seal Away, which means we have a foil and then a legendary. Wind Grace Acolyte. Hitting plenty of Seal Aways. And a Marwyn. She's played in the Elf deck. I built the Elf deck on MTGO, but I can't really get her to pop off. You know, she comes, you play her later. You know, turn 3 you've already got Land of War Elf and a Clan Caller out, and I'd rather play a Steel Leaf on turn 3 than her. You know, so I can't really get all my little drops out before I get her out. So then she just sits there as a 1/1. I might play 1 or 2 elves before I get board wiped. That's all that happens is board wipes. Icy Manipulator, Memorial to War, and a Precognition Field. I'm going to love kissing goodbye to all the board wipes that are going away. Hour Devastation, Fumigate, which is being replaced, but by, what is it called? Nova, whatever it's called. Cleansing Nova. That's basically Fumigate with an extra feature. Alright, hopefully we get something near the end here. Spice this up a little bit. We got an Urza's Tome, Memorial to War, and a Clifftop Retreat. So we got 5 of the land cycle, only, but we're missing one of them. We have a Fire Fist Adept, an Orcish Vandal, and a Siege Gang Commander. Nothing wrong with some Siege Gang action. He's awesome. Mountain and a Soldier. Power Stone Shard. I've seen so many people try to make that card work in an artifact deck. We have a Lingering Phantom, an Orcish Vandal, and a Cabal Stronghold. And then Arvad the Cursed is the legendary. Alright, I'd very much like one more mythic. But it might not happen. We might miss our Planeswalker. Let's find out. Oh, we got our first Damping Spear. Not worth what it once was, but still a good card. Dauntless Bodyguard, Damping Sphere, and a Kamal's Druidic Vow. Yuck. And a Shauna, Swamp, and a Saproling token. Alright, 2 packs to go. This one's going to be a little disappointing, but they can't all be winners, can they? We have a Chainer's Torment, another Damping Sphere, and a Phyrexian Scriptures. Fifth Mythic is a Phyrexian Scriptures. Not sure how that's doing on price. I think it's still around like $5. It's a very well-played card in mono black. I think I see a foil. Yeah, we got a foil here. Could there be glory here at the end? An Urza's Tome. On Sarah's Wings. Primeval's Glorious Rebirth. What a disgusting final rare. And our foil is a Homerid Explorer. And a Quindi. Well, go ahead and total it up here, and I will let everybody know what we came out to. Alright, so that was a pretty, value-wise, pretty terrible box. If it wasn't for the Nexus of Fate, we would have had $30 out of this. But we're about $70 for this box. Pretty terrible. The Mox Amber kind of got us up there a little bit, but it certainly shows you the EV on this set has come down drastically. Unless you hit Teferi or Karn, you're out of luck on this set. The most shocking price point to me is the value of the tap lands. With the exception of Sulphur Falls, they're down to between $1 and $2. It's pretty shocking what their price is now. Otherwise, a lot of cards below $1 here. I only included the cards that are $1 or more, and that's what we came to. So, and the Oath of Teferi is like $3. Foil Llanowar Elves is $3. That was nice. Overall, and the Damping Spears are still $2 a piece. Goblin Chain Whirler's a $4 card. Steel Leaf Champion, surprised that's down to $3.50. That'll go back up soon. I have no doubt in my mind that will go back up soon. Johira is $1. Phyrexian Scriptures has dropped below $1. That was stunning. Mox Amber's still $10. Weatherlight is below $1, and Narumea is below $1. So this set has not held up its value. Just so you know, if you consider buying a box of this, you are most likely not going to make your money back. It's highly unlikely. I wouldn't recommend buying a box of this product. I opened it to see, because I had such great luck with this set when it came out. And I mean, I hit a 5 mythic box and hit the majority of the relevant rares. Also hit great foil common and a not terrible foil rare. I mean, there's worse, but it still turned out terrible. Just no real value. And I did include the Nexus of Fate in the total value from the box. So do not expect a lot out of this set at this point. There's just nothing left in the way of value unless you hit the 2 Planeswalkers in the same box. So if you do buy it, You know, get it from Rudy for his patron price, or find a deal on it. You don't want to pay anywhere over 90 for one of these. If you're paying 90 or more, over 90, you're losing, guaranteed. So stick all these back in the box and move on with the day. I hope everybody enjoyed this opening. I know it was a little dull because we didn't get any huge hits, but still a good time. Still got me another Nexus of Fate, guaranteed $30 right there, and got this nice foil of Zolfar and Void. I don't know what those are sitting at right now, but I know Zolfar and Void's being played in multiple control decks. And it's great just to have the scry, you know. Scrying is a big deal right now, so. And I got a unicorn card for my daughter. Alright. Hope everybody has a wonderful night and a wonderful week. Get ready for a bombardment of videos coming up. I have opened a ton of product, done some reviews, done all kinds of good stuff. And I just got to spend tonight doing nothing but edit. So lots of video editing to do, and I tell you, that's the longest part of this whole job, this whole YouTube thing, is editing. It is like a second job. So I just got to turn it into money. I hope everybody enjoyed their day, and I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their week. Get out to F&M on Friday. Go to F&M. I hope tomorrow to have Deck Tech up for everybody can play on Friday. It's going to be BA. It's going to be awesome. Everybody enjoy their weekend. Talk to you later. Peace. May your piles ever be sloppy.